So today I'm going to tell you an interesting story called Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. This story teaches us that if your intentions are pure and your heart is true, you should never fear. Ali Baba was a poor woodcutter, but one day his fate changed in such a way that he became part of a secret. So listen, how Ali Baba changed the course of his life by dealing with the 40 thieves. Ali Baba was a poor yet honest woodcutter who earned his living by cutting wood from the forest and selling it in the market. He lived humbly with his wife, while his brother, Kasim, was wealthy but very greedy. Ali Baba's life was simple and content, while Kasim constantly chased after wealth. One day, while Ali Baba was cutting wood in the forest, he noticed a group of riders coming from a distance. He quickly hid behind a large tree. These riders were 40 thieves, led by their chief. They stopped in front of a large mountain. The chief raised his hand and loudly said, "Open Sesame!" At the sound of these words, a large door in the mountain opened, and the thieves entered. Ali Baba watched in amazement from his hiding spot. Once the thieves had left and the door closed, Ali Baba gathered his courage. He approached the entrance and whispered the same words, "Open Sesame!" The door opened, and Ali Baba entered. He was stunned by what he saw. Bags of gold, silver, and precious jewels were scattered around the cave. Ali Baba quickly filled a sack with as much gold as he could carry and left the cave. He stood before the door and with a whispered phrase said, "Close Sesame." The door closed behind him, and Ali Baba returned home with his newfound wealth. His wife was astonished by the amount of treasure and asked where it had come from. Ali Baba, keeping the secret, simply told her not to tell anyone. When Ali Baba's brother Kasim learned of the treasure, he demanded to know how Ali Baba had gotten so rich. Reluctantly, Ali Baba told him the secret. Kasim, driven by greed, decided to visit the cave and claim the treasure for himself. Early the next morning, Kasim left for the cave, muttering the magic words, "Open Sesame!" The door opened, and Kasim entered, greedily filling his bags with as much treasure as he could carry. However, when it was time to leave, he panicked and couldn't remember the magical words to close the door. When the thieves returned, they found him trapped inside and killed him. When the thieves discovered that someone had entered their secret cave and stolen their treasure, they decided to find Ali Baba and take revenge. Their chief cleverly tracked down Ali Baba's house and plotted an attack. Ali Baba's servant, Morgiana, was a clever and resourceful woman. She quickly learned of the thieves' plans and devised a strategy to stop them. She recognized one of the thieves disguised as a merchant and killed him before he could carry out his plot. Morgiana's quick thinking allowed Ali Baba to defeat the remaining thieves. With her help, Ali Baba managed to outsmart the bandits and rid the area of their presence forever. Ali Baba kept the secret of the treasure safe and lived his life with humility. He shared his newfound wealth with those in need, but never boasted or acted arrogantly. Morgiana was honored for her bravery, and Ali Baba's family lived in peace, free from greed and danger. So this was the story of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. You saw how a true and honest person faces difficult situations with his determination and courage. Ali Baba proved that truth and honesty always prevail, no matter the circumstances. This story taught us that one should never be greedy in life and should always walk the path of truth. So I hope you like this story.